So if you're using Pear Deck for the very first time, you're going to start by going to the hub. Once you're in the hub, you're going to look for this little box of dots, and it's called the waffle or the app launcher. Once you click on that, you're going to select PowerPoint, because when we create Pear Deck slides, they're created on PowerPoint. Creating a Pear Deck is actually very similar to making a PowerPoint. Now, let's say that you want to create a Pear Deck. You can either create it from scratch, and you would do that by selecting New, or you could create a one from an existing slide that you have on PowerPoint. So in this case, I'm going to select an existing slide. And I'm going to be adding in some check for understandings. So if I want to add Pear Deck, I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to come to Add-ins. And then here I'll see Admin Managed. This will allow me to put Pear Deck and select Add. Now you only have to do that step one time, because once you have it, then Pear Deck is going to live over here. You have to be in the Home ribbon, and you need to come to the very end where it says More Options. You have little ellipses. In that More Options, then you'll find Pear Deck, and Pear Deck will stay there from the time you add it on initially, and it'll stay here automatically. So I'm going to select Pear Deck. And you will need to log in using your IDEA credentials. Once you're logged in, you have the option to start adding your questions. So here, this is a true or false question. I can either have the teachers in this PD type in the response, or I can make this a multiple choice. They could even draw out their answer. They could put a number. I can insert a link to a website. That's how you insert videos into Pear Deck for your students to see. And you can do a drag where the students will see a little a dot, and they get to drag their dot around. So for this true and false, I'm going to just do a choice. And I'm going to do true and false. I don't need an option C, so I can eliminate it. And alternatively, if this were a scenario where I had more than two choices, I could add. Once I have my choices set, I will put Update Slide. And then this little Pear image shows up at the bottom. This means that this is now a Pear Deck interactive slide, and you do not remove this bar. If you remove the bar, the Pear Deck functionality for the slide will be lost. So I'm just going to leave it as is. And now I'll move on to the next one. In this question, I want the teachers to drag their cursor to the correct answer. So I'm going to do a draggable. I can change the type of draggable, so it can become a thumbs down, or it can become a star. It can stay as a dot. There are math symbols as well and numbers. So I'm going to use a check mark for this one, and I can change the color as well. I can even change the size of that item that they are dragging. Again, I see the Pear Deck ribbon at the bottom. That lets me know that this slide is ready to go.